Hey guys, it's Amy with Work Hard Eat Kind, and I'm sorry if I'm a little close, or I'm just kind of winging this for right now. So I got a call from the doctor yesterday. I was actually um, in Little Rock with my mom. She had her LASIK eye surgery done, which is really cool. And if y'all want to, I don't know if you want to know any more about that, but I mean, it was pretty interesting. I don't think I would do it, but anyway, I'm rambling. It's what I do when I'm upset, so excuse this video if I ramble or I'm a little disjointed. So we had an amazing time. I'm thinking about making a small vlog about this. You may see in another video that I mentioned that I went to the doctor. Because I have I have several videos that I need to edit and put up, but this may go up first. So I was having fun with my kids, and I was showing them one of the bridges. They have some old railroad bridges that they have converted into walkways, which is really awesome, and the kids love it, and I love taking them. But I took them to a different one. Normally I go to the one at the Clinton Library Park Bridge. This time we went to the one over in the River Market, and I mean, it was amazing, and I was having a good time. And then the doctor calls and says that they got my blood work back, and that everything looked fine, except for it did show up that I have Rocky Mountain spotted fever, which is a tick-borne illness. And I'm just going to read you the definition from the Mayo Clinic. That's my trusted source when I'm trying to look up something. Rocky Mountain spotted fever is a bacterial infection transmitted by a tick. Without prompt treatment, Rocky Mountain spotted fever can cause serious damage to internal organs such as your kidneys and heart. And that's the basic part. And it says early signs and symptoms of Rocky Mountain spotted fever include severe headache and high fever. A few days later, a rash usually appears on the wrists and ankles. Rocky Mountain spotted fever responds well to prompt treatment with antibiotics. The problem for me is I was bit by this tick not a week ago, not 2 weeks ago, but about 2 or 3 months ago. And one of my family members suggested that this might be something that's been wrong with me for a long time, and we just never knew. And what prompted me to go to the doctor is I was sitting there shaving my legs, getting ready for CrossFit, because it's hot in Arkansas. We don't wear pants to work out. But I was shaving, and I noticed the spot where the tick bit me, it was still there. And I had a doctor's appointment that Friday morning, and I mean, honestly, I was about to cancel it because I didn't think there was anything, because the reason I called had subsided, and I'm like, alright, I'm okay, so no big deal. And then I was like, well, that spot's still there. I wonder if I should have it checked out, because it was still red. It's just like a little red spot on the back of my leg. And I was like, I'll have it checked out. And then I got to thinking, what acts like hypothyroidism but isn't hypothyroidism? What gives you intolerance to red meat, which is like a big reason why I went vegan? And also, what messes with your brain and makes you kind of foggy, a little forgetful? Sorry, C-130's flying over. Hello. I don't know if you guys can hear them. I can hear them. But anyway, disjointed. But I was thinking Lyme disease. And I guess maybe a lot of those things can come along with other tick-borne illnesses, because it did show up Rocky Mountain spotted fever. So why is this a problem? Why is this a big deal? The treatment is antibiotics, and I have not taken antibiotics in 5 years since I was pregnant with my son. I had a UTI, and they wanted to make sure I got rid of it before I, had him. Because apparently if you have issues with stuff like that, you can actually pass it on to your kid when they're born. I don't know. So it's been an extremely long time since I've been on antibiotics. I have learned more about antibiotics. And I'm just worried because I know a lot of your mental health can be controlled by your gut flora and, you know, how healthy your gut is. And because I struggle with mental health issues, especially like binge eating, and depression and anxiety, I'm worried about if I take these antibiotics that it's going to decline my health rather than make it better. And I wouldn't say I have a phobia of antibiotics. They just really concern me, and I'm really worried. So I took my first one this morning, and we'll see. I will probably document it for you guys and see how it goes. Who knows? Maybe this is the ticket. Maybe this is why I felt so bad for so many years, and, you know, this will help. I don't know. I think the problem is this also means if I'm more sensitive to it, if I get bitten by a tick, again, I need to be tested. So I'm probably more likely to get it if I'm bitten by a tick. And it's Arkansas. We live in Arkansas. I've grown up with ticks my entire life. I mean, now I do have a phobia to ticks. I have an extreme phobia. You can ask my husband. I, found one on the bed, back in early summer. They seemed really bad, and we found one on the bed, probably from our dog. And oh my God, I flipped out. I was nearly crying. I flipped out because I hate, and I know they're this big, and we're this big, but it scares the hell out of me. So I'm going to quit rambling. I want to thank you guys for your continued support through this. I know I had a lot of family members that I hadn't heard from a while check on me, and I had, a lot of people, my friends. Usually the way I stay connected with my friends is Facebook, because I'm kind of a loner. I don't feel good a lot of times, and I don't want to run somebody's day by complaining, because I hardly ever feel good. I just want, if somebody comes in contact with me, for it to be a good thing and a happy thing. And I really believe in trying to make somebody feel better if they leave your presence. Like, let them go better than when they came. And I'm sorry I'm crying. It'll be okay. We'll get through it. I want to thank all of you awesome people that have commented and been so nice. It really kind of restores my belief that humans can be good. And it makes me want to keep going, even when things get tough, because somebody out there is experiencing the same thing. And I just want to be able to reach them and say, you know what, it's okay. We can do this together, even if we have to take the long way around. We'll get there one day, and it'll be awesome. So, I love you guys, and I'm going to encourage you to go out there, and no matter what you face, work harder and eat kinder, because that's what we've got to do. We've just got to keep going, and that's what I'm going to be doing. I love you guys.